Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do the last issue of Hotel Volume 2, issue number 5 of 5 from AWA or AWA Upshot by John Lees, Dakbor Talajic and Lee Loughridge. Yes, we're going to finish the stories, skipping a few pages. That's, well, not really that important for now, but what is important that we go back or continue where we left off in the last issue, and that's that everybody is here now outside. And in the last issue, I was wondering who this woman was and this girl now. She was wondering, and now that Silver here found her, she was the one from issue number 1 where her daughter, well, let's say there's something happening to her at the very last shot, and the father is not there anymore. The father has been killed, devoured by something. Anyway. So Silver says, I do love a happy reunion. We're almost ready for a family meeting. We just need one more. And then everyone will be together. So these guys is kicking this door in. So there was the woman from issue number 2, that biker girl. And I don't know, she's all puking herself or something. So Silver, he says that... Lucy, I have a precious gift for you, and I made a vow not to rest until I could give it to you. It hurt me deeply that you wouldn't accept this gift of mine. Do you know how rare it is for me to open my heart enough to let someone hurt me? Geez, how much of that dust did we give her? I had a big monologue worked out in my head, and she's not even going to be able to appreciate it. Well, do the thing. And then they are turning around the car. So he says, well, basically in the last issue, in issue number 2, she would have shot that guy that was in a car accident, but then she didn't, and she, fled away from this gang. And now it's so basically, he says, instead of riding by my side, you have to learn that if you're not the one firing the gun, then you are the one under the car. So they're putting her in the car, and then, just in issue number 2, the car is turning on fire, and then she's burning alive, which is gruesome. But then we see here that he is taking a liking to this hotel, and he wants to stay here, making his personal kingdom. And then we see Pierrot here. Pay attention to this one. So then the woman says, or the mother of this girl says, please, my daughter recently went into anaphylaxis. I have no clue what it is, but probably it's something worse, and that she needs some medicine, I guess. And but she says George. Now I thought to myself, who is George? So I believe George was her father in issue number 1, but I cannot remember it very correctly anymore. So the next day, Silver comes in, and, Pierrot's image has changed. And he says, that is interesting. So he goes up to the hotel owner, and he's pissing in a corner. And he says, Jack Lynch, I have been up and down every inch of Route 66 more times than I can count. Some would even say that road belongs to me. And yet, not once have I come across this little nook. That's funny now. Tell me what this place is, Jack. What it really is. So, Jack says, if you found Pierrot Courts now, it's because it has chosen you. It wants you to be here. This is a place where people are tested. You're going to have to confront your demons in sequence. So he laughs and he says, demons? Regrets? I don't have any. My philosophy in life is to do whatever makes you happy, and that's all I've done. If it makes others unhappy, that's their problem. I don't play by anybody's rules, and I sure as shit don't have to do anything. Who do you think I am? So Jack says, a man who pissed on his own toes to prove a point. Just because you say you have nothing to answer for doesn't make it so. I'm going to give you one warning, Silver. He says, and he also says that Pierrot doesn't take kindly to those who disrespect his hotel. His hotel, not this hotel, but his hotel, which is interesting. And then The image is changing again. Whenever I'm not looking, he moves closer. Let me guess, I'm supposed to go in great pains never to avert my eyes, delay the inevitable, right? The thing is, I've never done what I'm supposed to do. So he says that he is, well, maybe some kind of an anarchist. He doesn't apply, to the rules that people are giving him, and he does whatever he wants. It's established. He says Pierrot Courts is under new management, and I'm going to make a few changes around here. And using the bleach to, remove the image from the painting. And he knows that this is something supernatural going on. So he again says, you're going to tell me every dirty little secret about this hotel. What power there is to harness when I'm here. How I find it again once I'm gone. And if the worst you had to scare me off is your little clown, well, that's too bad. So Pierrot is now not here anymore. But, and then he's been throwing in the room with the others. And then this guy here has been threatening. He says, hey, little man, you think you can still kick me in the balls? He says, well, you must, as it looks like you've rounded up some help to take me. So he's being taken to another room to get his ass kicked, I presume. Yeah. And then, it starts to rain and lightning is being outside. So he's getting a big beating. And so this guy, when I'm done with you, there ain't going to be anything recognized as a face left. But then the other's getting hit by, rusty nails. He's been, been pulled on the floor, and there's something there. And he's been gutted open by this guy, and this looks awesomely gruesome. But who he is, I don't know. He says, whoa, who's this? Find out in Hotell Volume number 1, issue number 3. I don't have that. Not yet. I'm looking for that because this is great. But, probably it's part of the supernatural thing that's going on. I mean, what else could it be, right? So this woman, she was from issue number 3. There is something going on with her too. She sees the books and she says to the other goons, hey, take me to Silver. He wants to see me. And then Jack points to Pierre. There's a drawing of him here on the wall. And but then this little girl goes into shock and he says, Caroline, Mommy's here, speak to me. And then we see a flashback. And she says, George, hello? George, hello, I need your help. There are people in trouble at the hotel back there. If you have a phone with a signal, we can call the police and get them out. So yeah, I like that. This, like I said, this is very interconnected. So this car is here from issue 1, and it hasn't been moved. And this girl is in the car with her dad. But in the end, we saw that it was not the little girl. It was a monster inside the little girl that comes out. And he says, George was delicious. And he blames this woman not being careful, etc. So he says, perhaps if Bo had been more truthful with you all, George wouldn't have to run into me. But perhaps if you had more faith in your husband, Bo, and Caroline wouldn't have met the same fate. Food for thought. And he killed this creature, and this little girl is now also a goner again. But Jack interferes. He says, there are rules even for you. You know I'm not to be touched. Somebody has to be left behind to clean up all the mess. And he said, you get to watch, lucky you. And this woman is total shock. She says, I don't understand. And the master says, don't worry about it. How about you give the baby girl a little kiss? And he averts his eyes. Poor girl, she's gone too. She should have run when she had the chance. Well, she couldn't probably. Meanwhile, I forgot her name. Muriel. Yes, Muriel's here. And she says, you remind me of my husband. He thought he was clever too. That he was 10 steps above everybody else, and then he could make this hotel work for him. But Pierrot doesn't work like that. You cannot smart him or break his will. And you can't get rid of him with a bottle of bleach. And he says, well, I'm fascinated. I'm so interested in what you have to say and who you are as a person. That was sarcasm, by the way. Basically, he says he wants to fuck her, and then he's saying the whole thing again that he is in control and he's going to do whatever he wants, and etc. So how about you come over here and show me how much you want to stay alive? She says, oh, stay alive should be a problem. Well, that's true because she is supernatural too, but he doesn't know that. You're so arrogant that the thought hasn't even crossed your mind, has it? That letting me in here with you was the worst mistake you could have made? You dumb bitch. Are you trying to threaten me? I'm the most feared man in America. I'm an outlaw and a prophet. I'm the king of the road. I'm silver leader of the roaring 66s. Yeah, about that. I'm guessing all of those friends of yours are dead now. So she throws the book on the floor, and then there's a drawing of Pierrot. Remember the drawing from issue 3, that her husband drew? Well, it seems that Pierrot is now coming out of the book. And she says, hey, tell me, Sylvia, you still think you're in control? So yeah, Pierrot is here, and he shoots, and then he's scared and crying, and he says, no, please don't hurt me. Please, please. And then, I don't know, Pierrot puts him in a painting? Okay. And then this is happening. So basically it's the end, almost. He says, the painting is restored, you were two are safe, and every member of the gang is dead. So are June and her daughter. Yeah, poor June. I would say she deserved it, but that's not up to me. That thing is an agent of the hotel, enacting its will. And it seems to be that you get to check out. I'm glad, so not everybody is so lucky. So Nathan says, hey, Muriel, maybe you should go with me. But then she says, no, I cannot stay, I cannot leave because she's also an agent of the hotel. And she says, don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Get back into in the work, live your life. So he does that, takes the motorcycle, and he looks back. And she says, go straight from the road, take it straight down to the exit on Route 66. Get far enough away and the sign will vanish, and this place will be nothing but a bad memory. I know you won't take this advice, but I give it all the same. Don't look back, she says. And then, I don't know, Pierrot said, look at here. And then, I don't know, he's eating or ripping off the leg. And then the last thing we see, he's, I don't know, eating his arm. So he's being devoured into the painting, which is gruesomely cool. What an ending. Pretty cool. And then we have some ads for the 4th map that I'm very interested in. Yeah, overall, I like this. I like this a lot. This is a horror comic done wrong. The whole interconnecting with, every issue is a new episode that interconnects with the next one and the next one. It's pretty cool. And I need to have volume 1 to understand things a little bit better here. But for newcomers like me, picking up this comic, it's pretty doable. You don't have to have much of a background information about volume 1. You can manage it with this, if you can get this, of course. But yeah, this is great stuff. I like it a lot. Guys, let me know what you think about this. And yeah, let me know what you think about this review in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. See you next time. Bye-bye.